She seems to have this one in the bag, that's for sure.
And you were telling me before she's caused some serious damage in earlier matches, correct?
She is a total fighter. She is an up-and-coming, incredible Canadian arm wrestler. She's doing very, very well, and as you can see, this is going to be a very, very dominant win in her repertoire. Now we're starting out the next match here.
Yep.
Very good start for Toronto Smoke. Let's see if we can continue the streak or the Montreal Saints will turn it around.
Why
That
was
might have
the
been a
stop
pin.
there? What happened?
I'm not sure the exact call. It seems to be disputing it right now.
Right.
It seemed like a pin, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Must have been a foul. So you got one elbow foul, so they got to do that again.
Okay.
That looked quite like a strong hit, though, so we'll see if they can switch it up now. Ooh, very good top roll. Very, very good. Another foul, though. So now she has 2 fouls against her, so this is going to be a lot of points if Toronto Smoke can win it. Too much hand, but they're getting the straps this time. We'll see if the straps can maybe switch it up for the Saints.
Also, what should people be looking for when it comes to elbow fouls? Like, what are the main things that will lead to that?
The biggest thing that's causing an elbow foul is the lifting of the elbow.
Right.
As Toronto Smoke is hitting, you can see that the elbow is going to jump up because it's too much top roll power, too much hand control, and too much outside arm wrestling being done very well by Julianne.
And yeah, the elbow's got to stay there flat, all right.
Got to
right
stay on the
grounded.
table. If you're lifting the elbow, there's too much advantage gained. In the straps, there may be a different outcome here, so it's always very exciting. Julianne with a very high hand. She's definitely going outside again to the top roll.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So much speed. Incredible.
That was a flash pin.
That was most definitely a flash pin. That is the power of a top roll right there. Very well done. Toronto with a very good lead. Very, very good.
How good does that feel when you get that flash pin?
Oh, there's nothing better. You've been training so hard, and finally you get up there, and everything goes according to plan. There's no greater feeling in the world.
And then on the other side, when when you've been on the victim of it.
We don't talk about that. We don't talk about that.
Now, I'm interested on the Montreal side. Tiffany Barbeau here is going to be pulling left, and it's not her normal, which is not her normal arm.
Oh, we got a match here. We got a match.
Oh.
Is she going to slip out? One foul on Toronto Smoke. She couldn't quite escape the hand in time before fouling. They both tried to go for the high spot, and Tiffany just had too much height, it looked like, and wasn't able to escape. Maybe this time it's different. Ooh, good slip.
That's the second time the hand has slipped out.
Another foul, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah, got to keep that elbow down. Seems like outside of straps, Tiffany's able to keep that high spot. Didn't close her hand in time. That's also a foul. Ooh, this time much more inside.
Oh,
that looked better, but what happened here? Coincidental foul, so they're going to get a restart.
All right.
Both of them carved in at the same time before the go was said, so that's resulting in a coincidental foul. Ooh, much more inside.
Oh,
looking good.
Oh, she's got the top.
Wow. What a great comeback.
Yeah.
See, that right there was very good arm wrestling. Couldn't quite top roller, so she changed her idea, went in with the hook, and really showed that adaptation is quite important.
And just pushed through the hand at the end there.
Right through the hand, started in the hook, then took the hand back into the So you have 3 fouls before you foul out of the match.
Yeah.
Each foul that you commit adds an extra point to your opponent. So you
Right.
really don't want to foul.
Man, it's so important to what happens like right before the start.
The setup is so very
Yeah.
much in arm wrestling. Early start on that one. Looked very dominant though. Again, total hand control. Itzy is doing very, very well. Oh, definitely a flash pin there. Very dominant.
Wow.
Total control again. Very, very good.
It's like the silent assassin.
Totally, yeah.
And you watch moments like this and you wonder, will eventually you see more arm wrestling eventually in the Olympics and things like that. And you watch matches like this and like there could be a lot of gold somewhere down the road.
There most definitely could. We have a lot of young talent in Canada, and
Yeah.
she is definitely no exception. Let's see, can Toronto continue its dominant winning streak? Julianne was able to win with the top roll last time. Let's see if maybe it can get switched up this time. Oh, wow. That was, again, too
Yeah.
much hand control.
Yeah.
That is textbook top roll. She is doing everything perfectly. That high spot is totally getting dominated.
Well, it's funny, and we're going to talk about this more throughout, just the difference between press, between the hook and the top roll, and you were telling me that, and we could see it there, just the importance of what top roll can do to the other techniques.
The top roll's ability to bend the hand back of the opponent cannot be overstated. It's so important to improve your leverage, to be able to get that high spot. It just makes it so your opponent's force is not as strong as however much you're outputting. Oh, sucked into the hook again. Great containment. Great containment. Turned it around.
That was a good match.
Great match there. Way too much hand. Way too much hand over here. Toronto again, sweeping all the way through, getting a great point lead.
Yep. Yeah, 32-0 right now. And again, it's first to 100. First to 100 will win. And it's 5 points for a win. You get another point for a flash pin. And then if a lower weight opponent defeats a higher one, that gets a point as well.
Exactly. If you need the points, there's a bunch of different ways. You got things like gambles, things like substitutions. You can intentionally make your opponent foul or rack those points up. There's a million ways to win this game.
Yep.
Let's see if Itzy can continue her streak of dominance. The last two have been good. She first time just held and talked to her and then went for the flash pin.
And you can see the opponent with the leg wrapped around.
Oh, now they got straps. Let's see if that changes anything.
What does that do for the Montreal? The Montreal fighter has a leg wrapped around one of the poles.
Yeah, so the leg being wrapped around just allows you to commit your shoulder and frame more into the match. So she's going for a press.
Yeah.
A press is a very great move against guys who have stronger hands because it makes it so that it puts it very much on the bicep, very much on the arm, as opposed to contesting the hand to the fullest extent as a hook or a top roll would. So she's really trying to put it in the arm of Itzy and trying to make her open away from the hand. We'll see if it's possible. It seems like Itzy has everything she wants in the set. Very high thumb, high knuckle, everything you want as a top roller. Way too much power. Flash pin again. Incredible dominance shown by Itzy. Toronto is off to an incredible start.
Yeah.
Isabella versus Julianne. Now, this has been, through the history, we've had a bunch of top rolls going on. Julianne keeps hitting that smoking hot top roll.
Yep.
Way too fast. And we'll see if.
So what does Isabella need to do to try to combat that?
She's got to either get in with the press, put something on her arm, or somehow contest the hand in a way she hasn't tried yet. It can be tough. When you have an awesome top roll like that, there's not many options you can do. Trying to slip out here. there's no place you want to be other than that. That is the absolute worst spot to be in.
So, can you explain just how she managed to get the thumb grab like that?
So she went for Julianne went for the top roll.
Yeah.
And her opponent couldn't quite contest, so she tried to slip out, but Julianne didn't want to let her out that easy, so she grabbed her right by the thumb and couldn't escape from the match. It is the worst thing that can happen to an arm wrestler.
You just have to feel so helpless at that point.
Oh, it's the worst. You get all your power taken away.
Right.
Ooh, deep inside and ripped to the outside of the. Way too much top roll power again.
Yeah.
That's 3 rounds in a row that Toronto has totally swept. Incredible lead set by the Toronto group.
Yeah, and it hasn't mattered yet who was fighting who. Like you wonder, can Montreal can they find a combination of fighters that they can get an advantage?
Yeah, we'll see what happens. This is the last round of the women's division. Maybe the endurance is going to play a factor. Maybe they've got new ideas.
Yep.
We'll see if they can do anything to switch us up, because this has been very dominant so far.
Boy, and here comes Itzy.
Again, way too much hand. She's got that under full control.
Yep, she's starting to.
She's nodding. She's got everything she could ever need. That is a very dominant display. Really making a statement today. Letting her hit her spots, and it just doesn't matter. Too much control by the Toronto. What are they feeding these kids in Toronto? What is going on? This is insane.
It's the rage from the traffic.
They're going to the straps.
Okay. We'll see what Carrie-Anne can do for Montreal here.
Yeah, she's got to pull something out. Maybe a different kind of flop. Maybe hitting that early and trying to get some miles onto her arm, tiring her out. There's a million different options, but will any of them work? We're going to find out.
I mean, at this point, it feels more you have to do some sort of strategy.
You have to switch something up, because it's not working. Whatever you've done before, it has not worked out. It's got too much power. You got to try something unorthodox, something crazy. We'll see. Again, it looks very comfortable, very, very comfortable. She's getting pulled down on the rise, but she's got a great thumb depth. She's got a lot. Again, total control.
Yeah.
She's got everything. She's got it nice and tucked in.
Kyrie's trying on the press.
Yeah, it seems like she's edging that shoulder in, but to no avail. Itzy's got way too much control.
I'm not even seeing Itzy's arms really move, like
It's
not
incredible.
shaking.
No, she's got everything she needs. If you see, she's got that cup in. She's got Kyrie's hand bent back. She's got every angle she could ever want. Total control.
And it's just waiting to sap the energy here.
Seems like she's posing with her, trying to tire her out. Maybe trying to add something to the highlight reel. But totally just has absolute control. Could finish this match at any time if she wanted. Maybe she's trying to make her foul to get more points for the team, but it seems like she just has everything she needs. Let's see if she'll quit. That's the real thing. She might be trying to make her quit. Kyrie's staying, fighting.
She's staying.
She's staying. Oh, and there's the
there
finish.
it is.
Incredible, dominant performance shown by Itzy.
A lot of sportsmanship as well at the end of these matches here.
Great sportsmanship. Yeah, always showing respect.
Yeah.
Not trash talking, just showing up the best she can and showing that she's put the work in. So that was a total sweep. Itzy won every round dominantly. Now let's see with Isabel and Julianne.
Well, Julianne has been dominant as well.
Very dominant. Awesome top roll. Round 1, it was much tougher. There was a lot of fouls, a lot of restarts. But since then, Julianne's kept that high spot and has not been able to get pulled out of it.
And Julianne's, her other arm, her non-fighting arm, just has that high angle thing going on.
Very high angle. She does that so that she can drop extra hard.
Okay.
If you have your arm too low, it can get caught in the table.
Right.
Oh, better start. Better start. They're 50-50 here. Oh, and they're going straps. That was a much better start by Isabella. We'll see if maybe she can pull something on the straps that we haven't seen before.
workouts do you do just to get that, just to improve that hand control? Maybe we can address that after this one.
There's a lot of different ways to improve your hand control. The most important one is just get on the table and arm wrestle as much as you can.
Right.
You want to get good at arm wrestling?
Yeah.
You arm wrestle.
So just reps.
Reps. Time under tension. Julianne with an incredibly awesome setup. Very high hand. She's got all the depth through the hand that she ever could need. Yeah. That'll allow her to bend her wrist much better and be able to bend the wrist back of Isabella even harder.
Is it going even because Isabella was sort of pointing to the judge that to make sure that everything is even?
Yeah, very uncomfortable in the strap. It can be hard to find comfort in the strap when your hand is being beaten in the way that Julianne is showing the dominance. Keeping that shoulder in real tight. Maybe we'll see some sort of press, but it's going to be fast.
Nope.
Early start. I don't know if they call that. Might just be a warning.
That's a fine line between a warning and a foul.
Very fine line. Very fine line indeed. Ooh. So seemed to get some. That was interesting. She didn't get the wrist back quite as much. There was a foul on Isabella, but the ability to bend the wrist wasn't quite as bad. Isabella kept her wrist a little bit more than she has in the past. So we may see a more inside battle. It might be forced into a hook on hook. This could be interesting.
That is crazy how you can recognize that within a split second in just a couple square inches.
Oh, maybe not. She might just be posing with her. Too much power.
Similar foul that time, or what?
Similar foul, same idea. I think she just fouled out there. Or is that two? They got one more, so.
By the way, time under, or tension under time, what was that expression?
Time under tension.
Time under tension. That's a good expression.
It's the most accurate expression to arm wrestling. It's all about how long can you stay all pressured up. That's going to make you into a great arm wrestler. All the hours you put in behind the scenes, that's what really makes you a champion. So she got 2 fouls, one more better not foul out. But it seems to be more promising for the Montreal Saints. Oh, going into a hook this time, allowing her into her lane. Julianne looks very comfortable, though. Doesn't seem to be, way too much power.
Was just waiting for that moment and pounce.
Just totally posing. She had every option. She probably could have toppled if she wanted, but allowed her into her lane and was still way too much. Again, great sportsmanship shown.
Yeah.
Toronto Smoke off to an incredible lead. That's 2 categories where they haven't lost a match. Let's see if they switch it up in this last one.
Levine and Barbeau, and with Barbeau, she's only started about like 8 months ago doing this at a competitive level.
She's doing very well, but Danica seems to be able to get the wrist bent, and then from there transition into a top roll. Let's see if it happens again.
Oh, the hand
seems to be happening again.
Danica's got the hand.
Yeah, Danica has that very high spot.
Yep.
Oh, too much power. And just like that, that is that. Total sweep by Toronto Smoke. They couldn't have asked for a better opener. Could not have asked for a better way to start the event.
And just some really high-end competition. Just those competitors, and for Toronto Smoke, I mean, these are people we're going to be seeing for years and years.
Yeah, a lot of awesome potential here. Great champions in the making. It was an incredible, dominant performance. Montreal's going to have to really make up in the next classes to really show that they're still in this fight.
And so we're going to take a bit of a break, and then it'll be the men's side coming up right after this.
That's great, yeah.
That's the guy in the white over there, or is the guy in the white there?
Oh, cool.
All right, guys. Thank you very much for the ladies there for getting us started. And we are going to get the men going in about 5 minutes. So guys, be ready. So far, really happy with how that went. The pace was exactly as we were hoping. I really appreciate the Montreal girls putting up a fight. I know that the score was not as competitive as we wanted, but I really appreciate everybody putting their heart and their will on the table. So thank you guys, thank you ladies very much. All right, so just in a quick commercial break, when you hear the announcers bringing us back into the show, we will announce the Montreal team and then the Toronto team to come out to your benches once we're back on broadcast. Okay, guys? So Montreal and Toronto, guys, be ready to come out to the stage in a few minutes, okay? And listen for the announcers, they'll call you out.
Hi everyone, I'm Jason Costantini from TUF, Team Arm Wrestling Federation, and MAC, the Major Arm Wrestling Championships. Today we are going to go over the rules of how a match starts, what constitutes as a foul, and how you win a match.
All right, everyone, this is the MAC Arm Wrestling Table by Major Arm Wrestling Championships. It consists of centered elbow pads that have a 10-inch by 9.5-inch playing surface surrounded by a 1-inch red border considered the warning zone. There is a 2-inch circle in the center that signifies the neutral zone of the table, and the elbow pads are depressed by 3/4 of an inch. The pin pads are 3 inches from the elbow pad surface.
Elbows down, palms together. Move this back a bit. Webbing is even. Close your thumbs. Close your hands. Go! Close your thumbs. Close your hands. Stop. One foul. Covering the knuckle.
Covering your opponent's thumb knuckle is a foul.
Close your thumbs. Close your hands. Go! Stop. Foul. Early start.
Any movement off center or bending of the wrist before go is a foul.
Close your thumbs. Close your hands. Go! Warning, warning.
The red border is a warning zone. You are allowed to touch it, but if you ride on top of it, you will be given a warning and told to get back on the playing surface. Once back on the playing surface, the match is live. But if you repeat this and get a second warning, it is a stop foul. All fouls are stop fouls. If you clear the border completely or fail to correct the warning, it is a foul.
Close your hands. Go! Warning, warning. Stop!
Lifting your elbow is not a foul until it clears the 3/4 inch depression. Then the ref will call a foul.
Stop! Elbow foul. Close your thumbs. Close your hands. Go! Stop, stop. Shoulder foul. Close your thumbs. Close your hands. Go! Stop, stop. Shoulder foul. Close your thumbs. Close your hands. Go! Stop! Shoulder foul. Close your thumbs. Close your hands. Go! Peg. Peg, peg. Stop. Peg foul. Close your thumbs. Close your hands. Go! Stop!
A pin is when any part of the hand from the wrist to the fingertips touches the pad.
Close your thumbs. Close your hands. Go! Stop!
A pin can also occur if the hand breaks the pin line on your winning side of the table. A pin in the center of the table is a stop and nobody gets a foul. A pin must occur on your side of the neutral zone.
All right, everyone. That covers the rules for the MAC table and MAC rule set. Clean starts, clear fouls, and decisive pins. Let's pull.
This isn't your backyard arm wrestling. This is tough.
The world's first team-based arm wrestling league. Think NHL or NFL, but here, every point is earned at the table.
Using the MAC table and rule set, we get matches started faster, athletes have more room to fight,
And matches end in decisive pins.
2 teams,
4 weight classes.
32 matches.
4 rounds of non-stop action.
It's not just strength. Managers call the shots, substitutions, lineup changes, and gambles to earn double the points.
Flash pins, shoutouts, pulling up a class.
Every pull matters.
First to 100 points or the highest score at the buzzer wins.
This is arm wrestling evolved. This is tough.
most legendary arm wrestling competition in Canada and most of North America. Christian Gilbert is the inventor of the bull move, one of the, in my opinion, the greatest moves ever created. It's the predecessor to the King's move. It's a very, very awesome move. Both these captains have incredible experience and strategic knowledge of the sport that is going to come in very handy in this tournament.
All right, can we call up the Montreal Saints? Could the Montreal Saints please come to the ring? I guess I shouldn't probably say ring, would be the ridiculous word to say it, but first get the Montreal Saints. What are some of the matches you're most excited about between the two groups?
Yeah, so some of the matches are incredible in this card. The Montreal Saints, you got awesome. You got up and comers like Etienne Roche. You got seasoned veterans. You got everybody possible. You got guys like Curtis Cameron from the OHH. You got Brendan Lemon Mulvihill. You have every athlete they could possibly grab, and their team is very, very strong. It's going to be a very tough day for the Toronto Smoke to beat a team of this caliber.
And now the other side, the Toronto Smoke. We are ready for you, gentlemen. If you could please make your way to the match. By the way, while we have a quick second, is there a difference that you see in the styles in terms of what city? Because when this thing gets started in the regular season next year, there's teams in Vegas and Florida and Vancouver and Toronto. Is there a difference you could see in styles based on the city?
Most definitely. Styles are based off the clubs they're built around. And looking out in the crowd right now, you have guys like Blake Bouillon from the Durham Gators. You have a million different guys. You have Nathan Leland, who's a King's mover. You have a bunch of different styles from all over the world, but most of the guys in this area can pull in every style possible.
And what do people need to know in terms of, actually one thing in terms of the point systems, talk about like the gambles and the odds we could see someone from a lower class beating someone from a heavier class.
Yeah, so we got awesome competitors today. We got guys like Alexander Koshadze, who is very likely the favorite in the lightweight division, so we may see him pulling up. We got guys in the Montreal Saints like Curtis Cameron, they're incredible arm wrestlers. All these guys, we could see some crazy things today. If somebody feels really confident, they may gamble and double the potential points to win. So it's going to be a very tough day, lots of strategy, lots of different ideas going into this, and the coaches have the work cut out for them, that's for sure.
What about for you? What challenges have you ever had to do that where you've taken on someone that was far above your weight class?
It's always tough to pull up in weight class. People pull guys bigger than them all the time. I've pulled a guy that's been 300 pounds. It happens. You can do it. It happens. It's much easier to pull somebody around your size, your hand size, your weight, but it happens. We may see some of that today.
What was your strategy? You're taking on someone who's 300. Because then it's more about strategy than just about your arm strength or shoulder strength.
Today, we're going to see, like you were saying, it's not just strength. You need to arm wrestle perfectly. You need to strategically pick your opponent apart. Everybody is different. Everybody has different strengths. Some guys have an awesome hand. Some guys have an awesome arm. A smart arm wrestler knows how to dismantle every little piece and can break apart a match into little bits and pieces that are the important things to win. We're going to see guys beat guys who are way stronger than them today. Yeah. And that's the thing I love about the sport. Yeah, because for people that don't know, they just assume that whoever's the strongest wins. That's really not the case. You can enjoy tough, you can enjoy team arm wrestling just for the pure primal nature of it. But when you really start to dig in, there is a lot of strategy. There's definitely a lot of strategy. You can see they're talking in the corners. Mike Gould is talking to Alan Ford, talking to Blake Bouillon. They seem to be nodding. Seems like a strategy is underway. We're going to maybe see some weird things happen. Who knows? The coaches may try some crazy stuff. How many of the people here have you ever pulled against any of the people we're going to be seeing today? Oh, I've experienced with almost everybody here. I've pulled and known these people for a very long time. Everybody here is an incredible athlete, and they deserve to be on this big stage. Yeah. We're going to see which one put the most work in, though. That's the important thing today. What do you think the last-minute instructions are if you're the managers for these teams? Mike probably just said, destroy. Go up there and crush. So we'll see if they can do that. They have a great lead, and the girls did great on Toronto, so we'll see if the men can do great as well. Also like seeing just some of their some of the jobs that they have, like corrections officer, and one person was jack of all trades. That one, and also the web developer from Adam Wallace.
That is a very different profession than some of the other people we're going to see today.
You know, in arm wrestling, we have people from all walks of life.
Yeah.
You would not expect it. We have artists, we have prison guards, we have cops. This is a sport for everybody. There's always a spot and a position you can pull in that you're going to be strong and you're going to have a good time.
For people that are watching this or people that haven't seen a lot of arm wrestling, what are things they should focus on? Because I was amazed during the women's matches. Within a second, you could extract like 3 different points and you could, you were like, oh, this is about to happen. Within a second and a half with just looking at a couple square inches.
The things to watch for really in arm wrestling is hand control and how close you are to your shoulder and body, like the tightness of your bicep angle. So if somebody's able to get their wrist bent and stay close to their body, that's a really good position. No matter where the other opponent is, generally, if you're tight to the body, you're doing pretty well. So you can watch and see if somebody gets opened right away, they're likely in for a tough match. Unless, of course, you are an open top roller or a King's Mover, which there is a couple of those mixed in here. Guys like Nathan Leland, we'll see a bunch of different options.
Now, when will we know who the team captains are for? Because that's going to be a lot of pressure on that person, because if you win as a team captain, you do get an extra point.
Well, if you look at the scoreboard, we just found out right now. We got John Therien and Alexander Koshadze, who are the captains for today. I think those are very good picks. John Therien is an incredible arm wrestler. He is likely the guy to win his class, and the same goes for Alexander Koshadze. They're definitely the favorites. Not to say that's going to happen. There's always upsets. Maybe the strategy will change. Maybe I can see Jake Charles rubbing his hands together. He definitely wants a piece of John Therien. I can see it in his eyes. He is ready to fight.
What was going on in your mind before a match like this?
Oh, here we go. We're starting it up. It's always just one thing, victory. Starting off with Bryce Zachariah versus Pascal Gervais. Left hand. This should be a banger of a match. Both fighting for the height. Neither one really wanting to come down at all.
Yeah.
Pascal,
that was fast.
Interesting start. Oh, great comeback. Straps it is. Seemed like Pascal got a great start on that round. Bryce seemed to miss the go a little bit and seemed to turn it around anyway. So in the strap, if he can get a better start, it might be leaning towards a Toronto smoke. Pascal may have to pull something we haven't seen out. Getting some advice from his cornerman, BLM. At this level, the strap is so important. We can see there, Pascal couldn't quite finish it. The strap might be all he needs to finish that match. It could be the same for Bryce. The strap really tells no lies. Outside of strap, it's not even real arm wrestling. Both really fighting for that high spot. Opening the thumbs real wide, neither one conceding any angle.
I mean, the battle before the battle is always remarkable.
Bryce leaning that shoulder in real hard.
Yeah.
We'll see. Oh, it seems like Pascal seems to be in control. Bryce edging that shoulder, but Pascal looks confident, looks calm, taking his time. Oh, starting to stress more.
I don't know, Zachary's...
One foul on Pascal.
Was that a shoulder, elbow foul?
Elbow foul came off the back of the pad. Now, it seemed like Pascal was playing at the start. It seemed like he had the control. He got his spot he wanted, but Bryce maybe had more than he first anticipated. Ooh, Bryce with a great start, really digging in, but his wrist seems to be bending back a little bit. Can he finish anyway? Yes, he can. Nice follow through with Bryce Zachariah.
Bryce got it.
Very nicely done. That just shows you, even though you don't always have the wrist, you can continue through and get that pin if you need it.
Because early on, you thought Pascal looked like he had that.
It seemed like he had the control of the hand, but Bryce just powered through, opened his arm. That's the whole idea. You may have an awesome top roll, but it's like rock, paper, scissors. You may have one move that counters the other move that counters the other move. And the move today was the flop kind of open top roll versus the standard top roll. Very good arm wrestling by Bryce Zachariah.
So who do we got coming up now?
Alexander Kosciadze versus Etienne Roach.
Etienne Roach.
Yeah, this is a big opportunity for Etienne. Alexander's very established, very well known. Etienne's still new to arm wrestling, all things considered.
So he's going up against the captain. Etienne Roach is going up to the captain
yes, he
for the
is.
Toronto Smoke.
If Alexander wins here, he gets an extra point for his team because he's the captain.
Right.
Seems like Etienne's having trouble setting up, not getting exactly what he wants. The ref putting him in his place. Oh, incredible start for Etienne. Seemed to take his hand. Looked like a very good slip. Alex didn't like that very much. It looked like, seemed like Etienne had the hand. Strap will be much more interesting. Can he maintain that high spot and get the hand anyway? This is a big moment for Etienne. If he can get this win, this is going to solidify his place in the rankings very high. People are going to really start watching this if this happens. Alex is not looking comfortable.
It must be even cooler when you beat a captain on the other side.
If you can beat the captain, that would be a big win. Yep. Not only just in this event, but Alex is known to be an incredible arm wrestler and really Diesel strong. So Etienne has a lot to prove here.
I like Diesel strong.
Oh, too much power for Alexander.
That wasn't a flash, but it felt quick.
Not a flash, no, but it was definitely showed that he's not quite ready. Alex shows why he's known as an incredible arm wrestler. He has so much hand, and in that strap, he really got the spot he needed.
Yeah.
Good win for the captain. Great start for Toronto Smoke.
Captain John Therrien.
Captain John Therrien versus Blake
for the Saints.
Let's see. Blake has a lot to prove here. Same kind of thing as the last one. Blake is definitely the underdog, but John is super, super strong. So we'll see if Blake can do anything tricky and throw him off. Oh, wow, that was real close to a pin.
Oh.
Real close.
Jeez.
That was quite the hit. Straps. Oh, not quite. He got the foul before he slipped out.
I feel bad for the cameraman there.
Almost hit him there.
That
was an incredible hit for Blake. He almost had that pin. That would have been a huge win, huge upset against the captain. John's definitely going to load in higher and not let him get that start like he did last time.
Are we going to get captain on captain at some point?
Oh, good slip there.
Yeah. When are the straps coming in?
Straps, it is. They just slipped there. John asks, why are you running? Why are you running? We'll find out if he was truly running in the straps very soon. Oh, they're not going straps? I missed that. Very low-handed by Blake. Oh, John with the hook. Swinging him right inside, bending that top roll all the way in.
Look at the...
Too much hand. Oh, he can't quite finish.
No.
Can't quite finish.
Oh.
Blake is in the fight. He's in the... Oh. Opened up too early. John shows why he's the captain of the Montreal Saints.
That was a good match. So right now it is 13-7 for the Toronto Smoke over the Montreal Saints. Again, we are in the first round.
Joseph Spoljar versus Jake Charles now. Now this is going to be on the right hand. Both these athletes are super diesel strong, so we will see. We will see.
Yeah. Hey, I've been told you put the scoreboard up as much as you can so that he's been seen.
Joseph Spoljar set up very low hand. Jake seems to be edging him with his shoulder. Jake is known to have an explosive hit. He's very, very quick. Oh. You could see it seemed to stop a little bit. I don't know if that was Jake holding off because he saw the call or if it was an actual stop. We're going to find out very shortly.
It is such a tough job to be the official.
Oh, wow. Elbow foul.
Okay,
Couldn't quite
what
slip.
happened there when they were barely holding on to each other?
Yeah, so Jake Charles wasn't quite able to get the slip. He got the hit, and it seemed to stop pretty low, but then he tried to slip, and Joseph just held on and did something called the exploding hand technique. Oh, tried it again. Oh. Right there. That is a win. Not letting them slip out. That is power right there. That is not easy to do. Jake has an incredible hit. So to be able to hold on to that, an exploding hand technique right into the ground, dominant performance.
And with that, the Montreal Saints have now cut it to 13-12 as we go on to our 5th match of the first round.
Tyler Bolzan versus Brennan Lemon Mulvihill. Close match so far, only 1 point difference.
Yeah.
Anybody's game. Brennan is all the way coiled up. There's no question. He is going top roll as hard as he can.
That is a very different look to the start than we've seen from other matches here.
Ooh, looking good. You can see the arm wrestling intelligence and strategy of BLM is very high. He has an incredible setup. He's been pulling with the Ottawa High-Oakers and Ottawa Valley High-Oakers his whole life. He grew up arm wrestling. He is a technician at its finest.
I was going to ask at some point just about the importance of table IQ.
Very high. If you have good table IQ, you're able to adapt. You're able to change and you're able to find where your opponent is weak. And it seemed like BLM has found a spot.
Tyler is just hugged up against that
table. Both guys kind of went early there and then stopped and went again. So a bit of a weird start, but now they're going to the straps. Or no, I'm wrong. They are getting a foul. Foul on BLM. Let's see if this goes any different. One more early start on Brennan Lemon Mulvihill. That's 2 elbow fouls. He's racking up those points against him. So now even if he were to win, that would be only 3 points.
Right, because the 2 fouls takes it away.
You really don't want to foul in this league, guys. You really don't want to do it. It takes away way too many points from your team.
Also, just for the viewers, fewer fouls makes for a better match.
Way better match. Oh, no. He
okay, what
fouled
happened
out.
there? What happened?
Brennan Lemon Mulvihill, again, went too early before the go.
Okay.
Which resulted in a foul out. So that's 3 fouls. So that's like almost the maximum amount of points you can get. That's 8 points for the Toronto Smoke.
So yeah, because Toronto wins, they get the 5 points and the 3 points
from
the 3 fouls from Montreal. So now Toronto is up 21-12 as we go into our 6th match of the first round.
Now this is a match I am personally very excited for.
Ooh, oh yeah.
Curtis Cameron versus Alan Ford, both members of OHH. They are incredible, incredible fighters. Alan has a lot to prove here. Porky has shown his dominance for a very long time, and Alan seems to think that he's got a chance. So we will see if he can show up.
Well, Alan's got the height, and Cameron's got the weight.
Porkchop staring into his eyes, looking very serious. Seems to like what he feels. Oh, good slip. Good slip for Alan.
Now they're going to the strap.
Now they're going to the straps. Alan seemed to maintain his pronation, not get turned over too hard. Porkchop had some nice height. The straps will tell no lies.
I remember Porkchop from last year. Him and Jason had an epic match.
Yes, they did. Porkchop has been around, pulled in the MAC table in this format often. So both these guys have pulled in the MAC table plenty, so they're very, very seasoned at how this flow goes and how the table affects the match. The strap being applied. Both men fighting for the height. Seems like Allen had a great setup there. Really got that supination out. He's able to clear Porky's hand a little bit. Really, really good height secured. We'll see if Porky can throw him in a hook, go up high. We'll see. He's got plenty of options.
Come on now, let's do this.
Oh, takes the hand. Takes the hand, but he commits the shoulder. Flop versus top roll. Textbook match. Allen is climbing. He's doing very good. Porky maintains that shoulder commitment. He is fighting hard to put gas and mile. Oh. Opened up the bicep, but got a foul beforehand.
What was that foul?
Allen took his elbow off the back of the pad. It looked good for Allen, but it seemed like there was being miles put on his bicep. Pork Chop is a very versatile arm wrestler, can arm wrestle with, without his hand. You saw there, he got his hand taken away, and he was still able to keep his shoulder in and put the pressure onto Allen's arm. Trying it again. Diving in real hard again.
Careful
Seems
that
to be opening
elbow.
Allen up. That's a very tiring position. I don't know how long Allen can sit there for. It's very exhausting to have all that pressure, Pork Chop, pounding down onto your bicep. Seems like they got maybe another foul before the pin. One more foul before the pin, so Porky's gonna have to do it one more time. So Allen now has 2 fouls, and he's got definitely a lot of miles in that arm. That is not a fun position to be in.
But Curtis he is breathing heavy. Like he's exerting a lot on this one.
That definitely tired Porky's wrist out very, very bad.
Yeah.
But the arm of Allen, the wear and tear that Porky put onto his arm cannot be understated. That getting flopped in that position and holding on as hard as you can and keeping that bicep engaged, there's almost no more tiring move you can do. So we'll see in this 3rd round if Allen is able to maybe get more cup, maybe get more shoulder commitment, and really make Porky outside his shoulder. He's got to get that shoulder separated from Pork Chop.
Well, because with Allen, it's the opposite of being in. He was there was nothing in. He was
like what I was saying before. He had the hand. He's got the hand control.
Yeah.
But because Pork Chop's able to stay so tight and keep his shoulder so committed, it still stays pretty even.
Right.
Very impressive performance by Allen, though. Taking the hand of Pork Chop is no easy feat.
No.
They got some time to kind of heal back up. The strap is being reapplied.
That must
we'll
be.
See.
Allen must like that, just a little extra time with the strap, just to.
That little extra time can sometimes be everything you need.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Will it be the same strategy? Because the first 2 pulls look very the same.
Very, very likely. The odds of something different happening are low. It's likely going flop versus top roll again. We'll see if they can switch it up, though. Again, flop versus top roll. Better for Allen, more on the B side, but Porky is remaining calm. You can see he's slowly tucking it in. Allen has to try something. He's either got to stand up, he's got to get his cup in. Otherwise, Porky's going to slowly open his arm.
Yeah. Pork Chop's arm isn't moving.
Oh, slowly, slowly. Pork Chop has that stuck in deep. He has that shoulder all the way in. Allen's got to be careful. The back of that pad, he's getting dangerously close to fouling.
He's got to keep that out. You're right.
Oh, Pork Chop seems to be getting the control,
boy.
Gaining the initiative. That's it right there. What a fight. Now that was a match.
Yeah.
Pork
Jesus.
Chop, Pork Chop really pulled out there. And he got a bunch of extra points. That's 7 points for his team. There's the 2 fouls.
Huge for the Saints. Jesus,
Very good
Pork
win.
Chop.
Very big win for Pork Chop. But the question is, what does that mean for the rest of the event? That was a brutal match. Both men are probably very tired now.
21-19, the Toronto Smoke over the Montreal Saints. 6 matches in to the first round. And the one thing I like, you could tell how much that they knew how good of a match that was. Just the laugh at the end, or just that little acknowledgement. They knew they put on a show.
Oh, most definitely. Both those guys are fighters to the end.
If they're not going to bring Allen out anytime soon, or a Pork Chop.
No, both those guys want as much time as possible. They are probably really feeling it. Now,
so we
Nathan
got
Leland up
super
to the table.
heavyweights now. Nathan Leland.
Nathan Leland and Pierre Cote. Nathan Leland is almost certainly going to go to the open top King's move option. Whacking his hand on the pad, asserting the dominance.
We got 580 pounds of arm wrestler.
That's power right there. Now this is an interesting stylistic matchup because I know Pierre has the opportunity and the option to flop. And now if Nathan Leland is to go outside and open top like he normally does, this could be very interesting. The flop versus the King's move is a story as old as time.
Yeah.
Oh, ripped into a hook. Deep, deep inside the
Careful
hook.
of that Leland's elbow.
Yeah.
Leland's elbow.
Oh, he's real close.
Oh!
Lot of power there. Lot of power in that hit. Great match.
You can feel the power from where we're sitting on that one.
That energy is electric. You can feel it buzzing in the room.
And Montreal's now taking the lead 24-21 over the Toronto Smoke.
The final match of round one, Matthew Boucher versus Rick Heidebrecht. Let's see. Whoever wins this one takes the lead for round one. No gambles or subs used, no timeouts, so they got plenty for the next round.
The 45-pound difference in this one. Boucher coming in at 260.
Rick Heidebrecht is a big, big guy.
Yeah.
Oh, seems to be sucked inside. We've got a match in our hands. The wrist isn't totally in by Matthew, but they are in for a fight.
Oh.
He's getting warned. Oh, we got one foul. One foul. He was on the red line, wouldn't get off in time. The down ref told him to move, but he wasn't able to move in time. So that's one foul for Matthew Bouchard.
Is Heidebrecht the biggest guy here?
Most definitely. Heidebrecht is the biggest guy here. He is something like 6'6", massive, big hands, total monster of a human being. Also a really nice guy. That was a very heavily contested match. Let's see what happens this time. Seemed to be that Rick didn't like the hook lane, was able to get his hand to compromise a little bit, but it seemed very even. Rick's going to have to open up his hand more this time if he wants to secure any dominant position.
Well, Christian Gilbert almost knocked someone over trying to give advice. Oh!
Wow. Fast, dominant hit. Big win for Matthew Bouchard. Big, big win. The first round goes to the Montreal Saints.
Yep. 28-21.
You got to be happy with that performance. You got to be.
By the way, while we have a second as they're figuring out the next round, for people who don't know, the King's move, it's the coolest sounding thing in arm wrestling, but what technically is it?
The King's move is the absolute peak end of the top roll. You're giving up everything. You're sacrificing every possible angle to secure pronation over every other option. Pronation is all you care about in the King's move. It is a thing you live and die on. The King's move is a very open, extended, weird-looking move that just the whole goal is to bend your opponent's wrist back.
And the King's move is the opposite.
This isn't your backyard arm wrestling. This is tough.
The world's first team-based arm wrestling league. Think NHL or NFL, but here, every point is earned at the table.
Using the MAC table and rule set, we get matches started faster, athletes have more room to fight,
And matches end in decisive pins.
2 teams,
4 weight classes,
32 matches.
4 rounds of non-stop action.
It's not just strength. Managers call the shots, substitutions, lineup changes, and gambles to earn double the points.
Flash pins, shoutouts, pulling up a class.
Every pull matters.
First to 100 points or the highest score at the buzzer wins.
This is arm wrestling evolved. This is tough.
Wasn't as much of the story for the first round here as it was for in the women's side.
That seems to be the kind of consensus. And nobody really knows why, but for some reason, women's arm wrestling seems to have a lot more top rollers than hook arm wrestlers. Now, if that's biomechanics, if that's just how it's been, and they've trained that way through history, people really need to study that because it's honestly misunderstood. I've never quite understood why it is, but you can see a lot more versatility among the men, that's for sure. A lot of shoulder commitment, a lot of cup containment, very dominant strength inside arm wrestling.
Other thing I wanted to address as they're figuring out their teams, what are the difference in the rules between TOF and other more traditional arm wrestling?
The TOF has done a really good thing here. They've really tried to make it awesome to watch as a spectator. They get the matches started fast, they get lots of exciting matches. The way that they start in the set grip makes it so that there's so much cutout. There's so much in arm wrestling that is just messing around, fighting for the sake of fighting, where everybody knows the match is not going to start until you go set grip. So they cut all that nonsense out and make it a much better spectator sport. So for all you watching at home, you probably have a much better time enjoying this than a very long, drawn-out setup and then one go ending in a foul, as opposed to a killer of a match every 30 seconds.
Yeah, not to make it personal with your family, your father is one of the most entertaining individuals before the start of a fight, but sometimes those fights would take so long. I almost felt bad for him, like his job was to entertain the crowd before the actual pull began.
You adapt to any rule set you're in. Any rule set you're in, you need to make the most of. In this rule set, you need to understand the match is starting fast. So you got to understand that. In other ones, you need to understand the match is starting slow. So you can maybe put some wear and tear as you set up into the fight. So really, it's all about adaptation. You can see all these arm wrestlers. They've arm wrestled not only on this table, they pulled on freedom tables, they pulled on regular arm wrestling tables. You got to be able to adapt to whatever life throws at you. And all these athletes you can see are very good at that.
Well, the interesting thing about the adaptation is what adaptations do we see from the first to the second round? Because we're going to see some of the same competitors going at it in the second and third round. Do they change anything about their strategy?
We're going to see. That is the million-dollar question right there. We'll see if they switch anything up. Now, Toronto's behind, so they're the ones who probably have to change the most. The score is 28-21.
Yeah, Toronto got off to an early lead in the first couple matches, but then there it is, 28-21. The Montreal Saints lead the Toronto Smoke going into the second round here, and again, live at Henderson Brewery in downtown Toronto.
Oh, you can see right here, Alexander Koshadze is pulling a doubleheader. He's pulling up against John Therian, who's also the captain. That's a very exciting match. So he's pulling up. He's pulling left. Oh, he's pulling right first against Etienne Roach, and then he's going to pull against John Therian on the left. So that's very exciting. Right.
So that'll be in the second match.
Yes. But first, we're starting off with Bryce Zachariah versus Pascal. Going for it again. Bryce was able to get the win last time. Let's see if Pascal has made any adaptations, see if maybe the wear and tear from the last match is going to play into effect. Much more cup this time. Pascal on the offense. That's real low. Not quite a pin, but real low. Oh, the hand is gone.
You just saw that flip of the hand at the last second.
What was that called? Foul on Bryce Zachariah. You can see Bryce held that less than an inch from the pin pad. That was as close as you can be to a pin without it being a pin.
Yeah.
But Bryce, again, it seems like his endurance might be too much. He's able to stop the match and then work into the hand from there. We'll see in this restart if the endurance plays a factor again. Similar story to last time. Good start for Pascal. Oh, again, much more inside for Bryce. He's staying real tight. He's got the hand bent. Pascal got a foul called on him. He was on the red line for too long.
So is that a foul on Pascal?
Foul on Pascal. We got a foul on both athletes now.
Okay.
Seems like Pascal's got to do something new. Bryce seems to be just picking him apart slowly. Tiring him out, keeping that hook deep into him. Opening his arm angle. Again, deep in the hook. Pascal's tighter this time.
Yeah.
Looking better from Pascal, but will it be enough?
Bryce seems...
Low. That's a pin. A pin?
Yeah.
They might have called a foul beforehand. Foul on Pascal.
Well, you
So
can
there's one
see
more foul.
the official's been very focused on Pascal's elbow.
Again, we have a great team of refs. They're always watching, making sure Pascal wasn't able to stop the match without being off the red line again. So that's one more foul for Pascal. He's got one more foul before he fouls out.
That'd be huge for Toronto to get back in this.
Bryce is in a very good spot to get some points for his team.
Yeah, and also help with the momentum because.
Again, Bryce has so much power.
Yep.
Seems like they're warning Pascal to get off the red. He's real close. But can he stop it without fouling? That's got it. There we go. Winner, Bryce Zachariah.
A well-earned win for Bryce in this first match of the second round.
Very good victory. Bryce's endurance seems to be too much for Pascal. Pascal always has a great start, but Bryce is turning it hard. Etienne Roach versus Alexander Koshadze. Koshadze being the captain. Right hand, we saw this last time.
Etienne Roach who's Etienne Roach taking on?
Last time they pulled, Etienne almost got the pin outside of strap. Almost. So we'll see if maybe this time he can switch it up. Much better, much better. Almost a pin. Early start from Etienne, but he was able to maintain Alex a little bit more this time. There's a chance he can pin him outside of strap. Etienne outside of strap looks like a force to be reckoned with. Seems like Alex really has to try to slip from this.
It's important for the captain.
Oh, again, Alex gets out this time. Dumps the hand, smart move from the captain. Now, Etienne didn't have so much good luck last time they got in strap, and maybe this time he'll work his setup a bit better, get a hand more escaped. Alex doing very well, keeping his elbow up, getting all the depth he could ever need. Etienne needs to create space. He needs to get as far away from the hand of Alexander as possible. Alex's ability to bend his wrist is very rare. So much strength from that guy.
So this more about the shoulder? Is this what it means?
This right here is a classic hook versus top roll match.
Okay.
Alex is trying to bend his wrist over everything, and Etienne is ripping that outside lane top roll high hook. And last time Alex was able to get him bent in with his wrist and really throw that hook onto him. Again, it's rock, paper, scissors here. We'll see which one can do their move better. Etienne's got to get that hand back. Alex keeps lifting his elbow, getting all that depth. He's a very smart arm wrestler. You can see Alex is pushing in, trying to create all that space that Etienne created. He's trying to soak it all up. He's trying to absorb all of it. Because the closer you are to your opponent in the hand, the more ability you have to bend your wrist. Etienne being very smart, telling him to put his elbow down. Alex is fighting with that elbow up.
Yeah.
That's a tough thing to enforce because one guy wants to pull up, one guy wants to push forward. Who do you foul? Alex looks like he has so much depth.
Okay.
Alex had an incredible setup, really got everything he could need. Etienne also has depth, but that might not be what he wants. Ooh. Oh, better. Much better fight. Etienne's much more in it this time. Oh, but he opened up. Seemed to have maybe rushed the pin a little bit too early.
So was there a foul there late? What?
I think it was a pin. Winner, Alex.
No, that was winner, yeah.
Yeah. Etienne really stuck it in, but unfortunately, Alexander just opened him up. He had way too much in the hand, opened. Alex is an incredible arm wrestler, and he's doing a double header here. Might take a second.
34-28, the Toronto Smoke over the Montreal Saints. And the captain is back again.
Double captains here. We got Alexander Koshadze who's a captain, and we got John Terry who's a captain. So one of the captains is going to lose
This
right
is
now.
huge. If Alex wins this, you get the bonus points because he's fighting up.
If Alex wins this, it's not just one bonus point.
Yeah.
It's captain bonus point, it's pulling up, and it's the win. This
There's
will be a
lot
very
on
big
the line
win.
here.
A lot of points on the line here. Oh, good start for Alex. Good start. Seemed to have hand control. to the strap. John giving a nod to his team, seeming like he's confident, but the confidence may be misplaced.
25, 30-pound difference between these two gentlemen. And there's pressure on John as well. You don't want to lose to the guy in the lighter weight class in you.
Definitely more pressure on John here. John has to win this, whereas Alex, if he wins this, it's huge, but it's not even his class.
It's like the arm wrestling equivalent of finding a $20 bill in your pocket, you know, if you're Alex.
This time you can see Alex is not hooking the same way he was last time. He's much more high, attacking that pronation. He is going to try and top roll as hard as he can. This right here, this match, is all about who can get the high spot. Whoever gets the high spot is in a way better position to win this and take some points home for the team. Alex is doing very well. He's incredibly high up. You can see he had everything his setup could have wanted. I'm surprised that John is allowing that. That is incredible. He has so much height. Oh, good start. We got a match. Seems like John's in control, though. He's got the cup in. Seems to be smiling and winking at him. Oh, can't finish it, though. We are in for a match. Can't quite finish it. There we go. Third time's a charm. Very good fight, though.
John needed to win that.
John needed to win that, and he did, securing those points for the Montreal Saints.
Now, why do you think the manager decided to have Alex do a double? By the way, it is now tied 34-34.
Tied up. Look at that.
Yeah.
It is really anybody's game.
Fourth match, second round.
Blake Bouillon versus Joseph Spoljar. Blake's teammate Jake Charles had no luck with Joseph. Let's see if Blake can pull something out different. Blake has an explosive hit. Explosive in, explosive out. You don't always know where the guy is going. Pulling a guy like that can be very unpredictable. There's not many guys like Blake Bouillon who can switch their position very rapidly. He is able to commit that shoulder, and before you can even blink, he's back outside, ripping into the top roll. Early start of Blake Bouillon. Seemed to be really edgy with that shoulder.
Was that a warning or a foul?
That would be a foul. So one foul on Blake Bouillon. Edging the shoulder too hard. Oh, tried to go for the flop. Got under. Joseph had the hand control, but Blake committed that shoulder real hard. The strap is where it gets very interesting because Blake's flop, it only really works in strap. So now that the strap is going to be applied, Blake could have he has a lane here, that's for sure.
And the funny thing is like talking to these gentlemen before, everyone is like so nice and accommodating. And then in this environment right here, it's the exact opposite emotion.
This is what these guys live for. They come up here to fight. This is a fight.
Yeah.
You can be friendly, you can be all that, but when you're on the table, it's not about feelings. It's about winning, and it's about showing how much time and energy you've put into this.
So Blake has the advantage now with the strap.
Blake has options. Blake's got plenty of options. He dives, too much power. Joseph kept the wrist flat, wasn't able to even get into his flop.
Wow.
Very dominant win. Montreal Saints take the lead.
Just an explosive finish by Spoljar, and Montreal's now up 40-34, 4 matches into the second round.
Now, this is a match we didn't really get to see last time. Tyler Bolzan versus Brendan Mulvihill. Brendan fouled out last time, resulting in a lot of points for the Toronto Smoke.
That's right.
Hopefully this time, Brendan can get a real start and show the power of his top roll. Early start on Brennan again.
Really, another...
He seems to keep going early every time. He's really making sure he's hitting that go, but he's going a little bit too early every single time. It's a very fine line to dance around before the go, because good arm wrestlers can sense the go is coming. So you get like antsy. You really want to hit that go perfectly. So often you can go a little bit too early. Now,
That just always looks
calling a
strange when the hands are coming apart like that.
It does, definitely, yeah. Brennan had the hand control. Joseph had to slip out from a kind of a weird spot. But now the strap is finally applied. Well, going to be applied, and we're going to see who's got it from here.
Also, like these false starts where a guy's going a quick second, it reminds you like in a 100-meter dash in the Olympics.
Right.
Where if you false start, you'll be out.
Yeah, this is a match we really want to see. So hopefully we can get a real go and both athletes show what they've been training for.
Less foul, more fight.
Fouls are no fun. Nobody wants to see fouls. Early starts they're the worst. They're the worst. BLM doing his traditional setup, really, really unorthodox and funky looking, but does it ever work? He is hitting that supination, clearing that thumb as much as he possibly can, so that when he does top roll, his denial of depth is very significant. Joseph nice and high, has some good depth as well.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, wow. Hit that go
yes.
properly that time. There we go.
What's the complaint?
Let's see what the refs have to say. That's a win. Win on Brennan Lemon Mulvihill.
What was Blake complaining about, do you think, there?
What's that?
What do you think Blake was upset about there?
It seemed like he thought it was an early start, but in reality it looked like the go was just kind of missed, and then Tyler wasn't able to go as hard as he wanted. You gotta always fight. Even if you think it's an early start, you never want to get caught in a position like that. You need to fight to the bitter end.
Seems to be some words from the Toronto manager to the officials.
Yeah, definitely up there arguing with the refs. We'll see if they call it back or not.
Well, there is no instant replay. The match is done.
They've got an instant replay.
Okay. All right, the play is going to be challenged, so we are going to cut to a quick commercial break. We are deep in the second round with the Montreal Saints up 44-34 on the Toronto Smoke.
Backyard arm wrestling, this is tough.
The world's first team-based arm wrestling league. Think NHL or NFL, but here, every point is earned at the table.
Using the MAC table and rule set, we get matches started faster, athletes have more room to fight.
And matches end in decisive pins.
2 teams,
4 weight classes,
32 matches.
4 rounds of non-stop action.
It's not just strength. Managers call the shots, substitutions, lineup changes, and gambles to earn double the points.
Flash pins, shoutouts, pulling up a class.
Every pull matters.
First to 100 points or the highest score at the buzzer wins.
This is arm wrestling evolved. This is tough.
So there was a foul before the pin on Mulville, so they're now going over again. The challenge by the Toronto Smoke has indeed worked.
So Brandon is now on 2 fouls. If he gets one more, that's a foul out. And that's the worst way to do it because he gets so many points for the opposing team. He's got to make sure to hit that goat perfectly, or else it's going to be a very sad end for what could be a great match.
And now they're getting ready. This is going to be hard for them to get it going again after just that little break there, and then you've got to ramp it back up again.
Yeah, it can be tough on the adrenaline, that's for sure. An event like this, over multiple matches, your adrenaline spiking, dumping, very tough to maintain your strength.
Yeah.
Brennan very high up, ready to hit that top roll with all his might. Oh, stuck in the middle. Finished by Brennan Lemon Mulvihill. Very nice. There we go. Luckily, he did not foul out. Got that top roll.
Yep.
Total hand control. Looked very, very good.
And now Montreal is up 43-34 on the Toronto Smoke as we are getting deep into the second round.
Curtis Cameron is pulling Jake Charles. Jake Charles is pulling all the way up. We'll see. Curtis had an incredible war last time. We'll see his hands got to be tired by now. There's no way that you can have it to be not exhausted after a war with Alan Ford like that.
So heavyweight, Curtis Cameron is taking on middleweight for Toronto, Jake Charles.
Good potential extra points here if Jake Charles can pull the win. Oh, way too much from Porkchop. That's a flash pin as well.
That's
that was
a flash.
Dominant victory.
Yep.
That's the thing. You can't take Porkchop lightly. Even though he had a war, he is still a monster.
49-34. What looked early on with Toronto with a big lead, it has been all Montreal since about midway late of the first round.
Montreal has won the last 4 matches in a row. That is quite a big win.
By the way, we just found out that there's a substitution. Brandon Mulvihill for the heavyweight for Montreal is subbing in.
He's going to pull Nathan Leland. Now, Nathan, again, had a loss in his last match, but it was very, very close and a good fight.
So for Mulvihill, interesting. He's fighting again, and he's pulling up a weight as well.
Yes, he is. Potential for some good points here. Mulvihill is a very fast, explosive hitter, which can be a good matchup against somebody like Leland, who is very sticky and hard to finish.
Yep. So 49. Yep. This is a gamble.
Mulvihill used a gamble, so they're so confident he's going to win that he's pulling up and they're gambling. The potential for points here is incredible.
I don't want to say this is the match of the whole night, but it's pretty close.
If Brendan Lemon Mulvihill gets a flashman right here, that's a whole 14 points.
You're better at math than I am.
That would be a very easy way to solidify a huge lead if this happens right here.
The pressure on
Leland.
Leland.
If Leland gets the win, the gamble works for him as well. So there's a chance to really swing the points right here.
Oh, yeah.
This is a match to pay very close attention to. Straight to straps as well, not messing around at all outside. Both of them agreed to it. Brennan doing his super weird setup as always, but you know, if it works, it works.
Yeah. Yeah, it does look unorthodox compared to a lot of the
Not many
fighters.
pull like that.
Yeah.
Not many do it. But the ones who do, they have great ability to maintain height. Let's see, here we go. Oh, very good.
Oh my God.
That is a lot of points right there. Huge win for Brennan Lemon Mulvihill.
61-34 for Montreal. Zutalor is what Toronto is saying right now.
Huge win right there. He asks the Toronto Smoke, who is there? Is there anybody? Is there anybody who can beat him? Brandon Lemon Mulvihill shows a very dominant performance. That really solidified a lead. Toronto Smoke is going to have to switch something up if they hope to come back in this match.
And again, the funny thing is, the intensity for this is still technically preseason. And yet there's nothing about this that feels preseason.
Both
All right,
teams are taking this as serious as they can. Neither one wants to lose.
All
Everybody's here to win.
Hendebrick versus Boucher. Or Heidebrick, excuse me.
Last time Rick was able to have some success in the hand, but on the restart, Matthew Boucher just had way too much power. Let's see if Rick Heidelbrecht somehow changes something up.
Well, it was a very easy victory last time for Boucher. You'd expect some sort of different fight.
Oh, good start, but oh no. We may have an injury.
Yeah.
Oh, that's never good.
Yeah. They're not going to continue fighting. I mean, it looked like a bicep injury there for
Yeah,
Heidelberg.
that's the harsh reality of professional arm wrestling. Injuries happen.
All right, we're going to be going to a commercial break. Right now, the Montreal Saints with a 61-34 lead over the Toronto Smoke. I'm not going to lie. I think it'd be great if we just did that.
Pretty fun, right? Yeah. Good to see the announcer box, get up there, commentate for 3 rounds.
Oh, no, even better. You're so confident. One hand you're still holding the mic as you're pulling.
Not against those guys.
quick, and we're going to sub a guy in, so. What? Yes. Let them know to go back to the feed. Hey, Jason. Yeah. How you doing, guys? Yeah. All right. We're gonna continue this up, okay? All right, guys. Unfortunately, this is a combat sport, and injuries are part of the sport. Not something we like to see, but yeah, we did just have someone suffer a bicep tear. Since this is the first preseason game, and we want to keep the energy going, and we want to keep the competitiveness going. Fortunately enough, we have a reserve athlete that is on the Toronto roster, Mike Smith. So Mike Smith is going to jump in for Rick Heidebrecht. Because of the way the scoreboard's set up, I won't be able to switch that card. So any of Rick Heidebrecht's matches from now on will be Mike Smith, okay? And we are going to continue with the end of round, that was the end of round 2, so we should be on to round 3.
This isn't your backyard arm wrestling. This is tough.
The world's first team-based arm wrestling league. Think NHL or NFL, but here, every point is earned at the table.
Using the MAC table and rule set, we get matches started faster, athletes have more room to fight,
And matches end in decisive pins.
2 teams,
4 weight classes.
32 matches.
4 rounds of non-stop action.
It's not just strength. Managers call the shots, substitutions, lineup changes, and gambles to earn double the points.
Flash pins, shoutouts, pulling up a class.
Every pull matters.
First to 100 points or the highest score at the buzzer wins.
This is arm wrestling evolved. This is tough.
It's a bit tough. I don't know what's real, what's not. It's like a lot of it is just technical analysis. It's good. I'm fun.
All right, the third round is coming up in just a moment. And as a reminder, with the bicep injury to Rich Heidebrecht, if you see him on the scoreboard, he has been replaced by reserve Mike Smith in the super heavyweight division. One quick question. What does tomorrow feel like for these fighters? What does it feel like for you after a competition?
It will feel like if you win, great victory and pain and agony. If you lose, terrible loss and pain and agony. It doesn't really matter win or lose. You're
Right.
gonna feel it tomorrow.
So what is the like? Is it, do you ice down that night, the next morning? What is the recuperation typically like?
There's options. You can do things like lots of blood flow, lots of high rep, low weight. You can do things, some guys like sauna, some guys like bath, some guys like to just stretch a lot. The real option and the real answer is just time.
Yeah.
Time it takes to heal. It can be a lot. It can be a lot for matches like this.
Are you surprised by the gap between Toronto and Montreal? And obviously we had the gamble, and the pull-up match, and
Yeah.
that gave a huge swing of points to the Montreal Saints. But are you shocked that Montreal has such a commanding lead?
Montreal is doing incredible. It seems like in the lighter weights, Toronto Smoke seems to be winning. They seem to be winning their matches. But as soon as you go up in the heavyweight guys, Montreal has a very strong team. So they've used one gamble so far. It'll be interesting to see how Toronto decides to use their gambles, because that one gamble that Montreal has used really paid off. They got a lot of bonus points. Brandon got a huge win, and pulling up means all the points he could ever need and more.
Well, think about the bounce back for Brendan. First round, all the fouls. And then second round, he was the most important person for Montreal. That is a hell of a bounce back for him.
That's a huge bounce back. From losing 8 points to winning your match and winning the double down, there's not much more you can do.
Yeah.
His team is probably very happy with him right now.
What does Toronto need to do to get back in this? And I mean, I don't know if there's anything the coach can do to the team. I don't know, any substitutions or just go for wild gambles. But I mean, at this point, if I was going to use a cliche football vernacular, you've got to almost go for the Hail Mary here.
You do. You're right about that. I think they're going to have to switch up who's pulling who. They're going to have to change some of the rosters, maybe have certain guys pull up, maybe do some certain last-minute subs when they see different matchups. But really, the big thing they got to do is they just got to win. They got to win in any way they possibly can. They got to dig deep. Maybe they're going to have to try to gas out their opponents and win next round. Maybe they're going to go for the idea that this round, they're going to drop all the points and they're just going to try to put miles onto their opponents so that in the final fourth round, they use all their gambles and win. There's possibilities. I think there's a million different ways to go. Looks like we're almost ready to start back up.
All right, and now the third and final round of the inaugural TOF event is going... Oh, and
Then we got four rounds.
Oh, 4 rounds. Oh, yeah, sorry. And again, the Montreal Saints 66-34 lead in the third of 4 rounds. Sorry for that.
So you see Alexander Goshadsky has a gamble on him against Etienne Roach. Now, Alexander has won the last couple, but this one is on the left hand now. So it seems that they have switched arms. I don't know if this is going to change anything. Etienne seemed to do well outside of straps on the left, or sorry, on the right. But we will see if the left is a different story or not. Again, being the captain, the possibility for points are great. A standard win would be 12. Flash pin would be 14. So that's a whole lot of points if Alexander can pull this out. But again, Etienne Roach has the possibility to upset big time.
I mean, for Alex, and again, we still have 2 rounds left, but considering it also first to get to 100, I mean,
Alex is gambling
this is a
this
gambling
match
match for Alex, so bonus points here for Toronto if he can beat Roach.
Big point opportunity right here. Both kind of loading up, seems like a coincidental. Etienne looking good from his hit, but again, it was not quite a real go, so we'll see if Alex can do anything different when the go actually really starts. Etienne has an opportunity to shut down the opponent's gamble. Good slip, Alex maintained height, Etienne kind of dumped under.
And the interesting thing is going for the gamble early to try to get back into this match.
Yeah, they've got a lot of points to make up, so they got to gamble on the ones they're quite confident on. A loss here against Alexander Goshadsky would be devastating for the Toronto Smoke.
Yeah.
So
But
they've really got to win.
If you're going to gamble anyone, Alex is someone definitely to to gamble on the captain who's been excellent for Toronto.
Exactly, and gambling your captain is always a good choice because you get an extra point guaranteed, which if you win, it's an extra 2 points. That gamble on a captain can really swing the tides. Alex looks nice and high. Etienne in with the shoulder a little bit.
This one's taking a while to get going.
Oh, good fight for Etienne. Can't quite finish it. Oh, we got it in 2. There we go. That's a good point secured right there.
The gamble has paid off for the Toronto Smoke.
Big time. That's a 12-point gain right there. Slowly closing the distance.
Yep, 66-46. Montreal Saints with still leading on the Toronto Smoke. Second match of the third of 4 rounds here at Henderson Brewery. Now, Bryce versus Pascal again.
Yeah, this is a switch up here. Normally we see them pull on the left. Let's see if the right bodes any differently. Bryce has been very dominant against Pascal the last 2 times they pulled, but the right hand and left hand are not always the same.
What's
Pascal Gervais.
So now, what was the foul there? Because for the untrained eye, they're just still trying to get the grip going.
It's very subtle, but if you watch, Pascal was rising during the setup. And in his set grip, you're not supposed to be moving.
Yeah.
And because he's not obeying direct ref order, and a good slip for Bryce. Pascal had the height, and had the hand control, but we will see the strap changes things all the time. Again, it can be very subtle while you get a foul. A tiny little movement in the set grip, a little elbow bobble. You got to really know what you're watching for here. But every little bobble like that, it makes a big difference if at all the levels are even close. Every millimeter, even centimeter. If you get any little difference, it is a big, big advantage.
I mean, that's why you don't have much of an advantage is because of all the fouls that will be called. And those fouls are devastating, but the gamble is, I guess, there to try to gain it at an inch.
Pascal keeps fighting high against the ref. Let's see. Good start. That's a lot of power. The elbow was lifted, though, before the pin. But that results in a foul out. So that's a whole 8 points for Bryce Zachariah. That's the best he possibly could have done that round.
And now it's just a 12-point difference between the Montreal Saints at 66 and the Toronto Smoke at 54.
That's the thing about a sport like this. It can switch so fast. All you need, a couple concise and dominant victories back to back,
Yeah.
and things really change. If you look here, Jake Charles has a triple header. He pulls 3 matches in a row. They must be doing something crazy. Maybe they're trying to let their guys rest on the side. Maybe Jake feels awesome and he feels like he's ready to demolish as much as he can. Either way.
Wow, 3
Jake Charles,
straight.
very impressive. Oh, too much hook from John Tarian. Can he finish? Yes, he can.
If you're Jake, you're like, maybe I don't need to go 3 times in a row.
John Tarian, as the captain, secures an extra point for Montreal Saints.
Yep, great point. So it's now 66-59.
The scoreboard's wrong.
Yeah, no, I was going to say 72-54 for the Montreal Saints. Charles and Spoljar going up in the 4th match of the 3rd round. How many have you ever done in a row?
Not like this. Normally, if you're doing it in a row, it's one person back to back.
Right.
Switching up 3 different people,
Yeah.
that's got to be exhausting.
Jesus.
Yeah, the taxing, the amount you get taxed in your central nervous system when you're having a go. Oh, they call it a foul. Foul on Joseph Spoljar. He went early.
My question is, why would the Toronto captain allow for him to fight 3 times?
Must have a plan. Maybe he's giving a rest to his opponent. Maybe he's giving a rest to Blake so that Blake can heal up and go next round harder. Good hit, but it seems like he got a foul as well. We have a foul on both athletes.
Was that elbow? Was that going too fast?
It was either too fast, I think it was too fast, and the elbow came off, so pick one of the fouls,
Yeah.
and you're good. Jake is hit. Both these guys are going quick. Definitely an early start on that
What?
one. That's a foul out. He went too early.
Sorry, I missed it. Who went too early? Was that Spoljar?
Jake hit a little bit too early, even though the hit went through and it looked good.
Yeah.
He hit too early, resulting in a foul out.
Okay, yeah.
It can be really hard to time that go sometimes. Timing that go can be very tough, especially if you're a fast arm wrestler. It can be very hard to hit that go perfectly.
And just like that, Montreal back with the giant lead. And the hero of the 2nd round, it is Mulville.
Charles again doing his 3rd match in a row, pulling up against BLM.
I mean,
they're going straight to the strap.
that is a lot of just physical taxation on him.
There's got to be some sort of strategy going on here. I think under the tutelage of Mike Gould, they figured some way to maybe sneak a couple points back in. And if that means sacrificing Jake to the Wolves, they must be doing something.
Yeah.
Again, BLM has been showing a very dominant performance. He won his last one and then pulled up and won that as well. So for Jake to get this win, that would be very impressive because Jake is pulling up as well, trying to get that extra point.
I mean, this would be huge for Toronto.
Huge win for Toronto if they can secure this. But no, they cannot. Most definitely a flash pin.
Oh, yeah.
That's power right there.
I mean, the MVP of this day is Mulville.
And there was a gamble used on that.
What's that?
So they used a gamble on that. That was a lot of points right there. Gamble, flash pin, that's a whole 12 points for that team. They are really gambling on Brennan Lemon Mulvihill, and that gamble is paying off.
And Montreal is now 8 points away from winning it because, again, it's first to 100 or on the completion of 4 rounds.
If Curtis Cameron here makes Alan Ford foul out of this match, that's an entire victory for the Montreal Saints. That's it right there. That's 8 points, and that's done.
Alan Ford, he got really drained in that first, had some epic matches.
Yes,
going up against Pork Chop here.
A lot of pressure on Alan Ford right here. He has to show up for his team. If he can secure this victory, he buys them another couple rounds.
Yep.
One foul on pork chop for his
Yeah, that one early.
That means guaranteed the match is not ending right here.
Oh, he's trying to go fast.
Yeah, they're both being very antsy.
You've got such a massive lead. You don't need to be that aggressive.
We're going to the straps. Let's see, has Alan Ford found out a way to beat Curtis Cameron's flop? It seemed to be very sticky last time. Maybe Alan's going to come with a shoulder. Maybe he's going to add more cup. Maybe he's just going to swing and hope that he gets through. We're going to see right here. But either way, I'm certain we are in for a match. Good start.
Yep.
Good start. Pork chop. Transition to the flop. Can he stick that shoulder in deep? He's a little bit outside of his body, but he's slowly regaining pressure. Alan has to do something. He has to find a way through. He has to either get the shoulder behind, drag him out. He's trying to get the shoulder in, but it's going to be tough against Pork Chop, who's already got that shoulder deep inside and lining it up to finish with the flop.
Yeah.
Oh, too much power from the Montreal Saints.
That felt like when a boa constrictor is slowly squeezing you out. That's what it felt like with Pork Chop, just slowly bringing down Ford.
You described it perfectly. He's draining every last ounce of energy. Every time Alan breathes, he gets a little bit tighter.
And is now 96-54 for the Montreal Saints over the Toronto Smoke.
Very close. This could do it right here.
Yep.
Seems like they're going back on the call. Or no. No, they are not. They changed their minds.
And as you said, just the power of Montreal, their heavyweights, is what's really tipped the scale.
Now this could be it right here.
Yep.
If Curtis Cameron gets the win against Tyler Bulzan, that's it. That is over. All he needs is 4 points. As long as he doesn't foul twice and then win, he's got plenty of opportunities to finish this right here, right now. Tyler's got to get this match win for his team. Oh, quite a fight. Pork Chop losing his hand a little bit. Tyler going to the outside, but he flops through. They get the slip. One foul on Curtis Cameron.
Now, and Bulzan had the better on the hand on that fight.
Much better for Pork Chop outside. They're going straps. Tyler needs to gather every ounce of energy he has left, every ounce of hatred and energy, just everything he can muster, put on that table for his team.
They're just trying to live to fight another day, win this and get to the fourth and final round.
Pork Chop has a great opportunity to show his team that he was the one to close the match out.
Yep.
But will he be able to do it? We'll find out very soon. Pork Chop on one foul.
A little bit of trash talking from Bulzan there.
Pork Chop breathing deep, getting ready, calming himself down before the big fight.
Yeah. I mean, that's a different shade of red for Pork Chop's face.
Here we go.
Strap is on.
Oh, Pork Chop's in. The hand seems to be going. We are in for a war. Can Tyler pull him out of his shoulder? The hand seems to be going from Pork Chop.
Yeah, you could see.
Oh, but he can't quite finish.
No.
He can't quite finish. He's got to dig deep.
Oh!
Alive to fight another day.
Bullsang gets the pin.
Pork Chop was not the closer that his team probably wanted him to be.
Of course, the fourth round basically is going to need Toronto to go on. They got to run the gauntlet.
We got Matthew Boucher versus the sub-in for Rick Heidelberg, Mike Hitt.
96-61 right now for the Montreal Saints over the Toronto Smoke.
Maybe the sub is what they needed. Maybe the power of Mike Hitt will be what they were looking for all along. We're about to find out now.
Oh, so here comes the replacement, Mike Smith. That
Mike
has
Smith
to be.
asked for strap. I think they agree.
That must be strange from coming in cold, where you were not preparing for this for the day.
You're plenty rested though. You got
Yeah.
plenty of energy.
Oh, yeah.
You're coming in healthy. All these guys have had quite long and drawn out wars.
Yeah, you're the opposite of Charles. You are rested.
Mike Smith has the opportunity to show that his team that he shouldn't have just been a sub. He should have been on the main roster.
Good point.
Matthew Boucher looking very dominant so far today.
Yep.
Mike Smith has the opportunity to show up for Team Toronto. He sticks it, he sticks it. And that is it.
That's it.
Matthew Boucher secures the win for the Montreal Saints.
And the Montreal Saints defeating the Toronto Smoke.
Let's do a commercial break and then.
All right, boys. Thank you guys so much. That was an awesome game. We're just we should just be cutting to commercials in a minute, and then we'll do closing statements and stuff. Okay, guys. So we'll be back on in a few minutes. Montreal Saints, the manager is calling you to the stage, please. Montreal to the stage. Great job, boys. All right, we should, yeah, beautiful. We'll come back to the feed and just kind of wrap it up here before we start the tournament. Well, so what did everybody think of team arm wrestling? Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. So congratulations to Montreal Saints for winning the first preseason game. Obviously, they were able to implement the 100-point win threshold, which part of the format is to create that kind of aggressive nature that they went after of using the gambles and the point system to try to secure the win. So it was really exciting to see that. So the Montreal Saints will be getting a $2,500 prize money that they will get to decide how they want to split amongst their team. And then we will be announcing the MVP of the game later this week. And after we've analyzed the stats and kind of decided who we think earns it, I think my initial assessment is that it's probably BLM. But they will get awarded with a MVP cup, and you'll get to see posts about that later this week. Anyway, thank you guys all so much. Thank you everybody who watched online. This is just the beginning. We are really trying to do something different and innovative here with Team Arm Wrestling Federation with Tough, and I think this was a very successful preseason game. And again, thank you everybody who's helped us do this, help us put this together, and thank you everybody for being here. So the tournament is going to start right around 4 o'clock. If you want to register, we're going to close the registration in the next 5 to 10 minutes. So please head over to the front area, look for Alex or Lisa and you can sign up there for the tournament. All right, guys? Thank you guys so much, and we will see you next time.